All right, Lucas. You had the opportunity a while back, not too far back, but a while back to go to Alaska. And you and I were we were talking about your trip, and you told me about how you've seen God work in the lives of others, especially a particular incident that happened up in Alaska. And I want you to tell us about that incident. But the reason we want to hear about it is, you know, it, without the church and without God's working in your heart through the church and through the family that is Ebenezer, that desire may not have ever happened. And we just thank God that He has put in your heart the willingness to go out and explore what it's like to go out of your comfort zone and the realm of what you're used to dealing with, and take a leap of faith and go out and do something that you've never done before. So with that being said, I want you to go ahead and kind of tell me again what you were talking about that happened in Alaska. So the floor is yours, buddy.
One of the biggest things where I seen God working in Alaska was within a couple of days being there. It's a very depressing place to be. It's extreme poverty, and no jobs, and most of the people there struggle with addiction to alcohol. They drink all the time. They're always drunk, and my first thought on these people is that there's no hope. There's no connection to the outside world. Only by plane or by a barge it comes in twice a year. If they want to get groceries, they have to board an airplane. They have to fly into Fairbanks, go to Walmart or wherever and buy their groceries, and take them back to the airport, put them on the airplane, and fly back to their house. There's no roads to drive. And it just astonished me by the way they live. And I said, these people, they just don't have no hope. And one day as I was working down in the basement, and it was real dusty and stuff, and I needed to go outside and get some fresh air. And I walked outside and I was standing out in the front yard, and I could hear somebody talking, and I couldn't see them or understand what they were saying. And it took a couple of minutes, but finally they got there, and it was two little girls on a bicycle, and one of them was just screaming, "I am holding on to you in the middle of this storm. I am holding on, I am." At that point, God showed up. He showed me I was wrong. He's alive and strong within Fort Yukon, Alaska. And I got to be a part of His plan to bring hope to these people. And how this whole mission got started was, this house used to be a home for pastors because they don't have full-time pastors there. And there's an Indian chief there. I got to go to a service there. And they kind of have a lay leader, and she lived there. She's born and raised in England. And the one thing I noticed is she started saying something that the Indian chief didn't want, and the Indian chief would look at her, and she kind of backed off. And this Indian reservation, our government runs a big part of it. And the Indian chief wanted this house tore down, so the government would come in and build apartments for these people to live in, so they could modernize this place. But the awesome thing about it is the people live there. They stood against her and the government. They want God. And I got to be opportunity to go and work in this place so that they can have pastors fly in and tell them about God. They're more hungry for God than they are to have a good place to live. They would rather live in their shacks than to have a warm place to live.
Thank you, Lucas.